Hello guys and welcome back to our channel. I welcome you to a discussion on a controversy that sparked widespread outrage. Former Thai Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra has come under fire for out-to-the-seas remarks made during an election campaign. Now his comments, which compared African women's features to Thai women, have been deemed out-to-the-seas by many and have sparked condemnation from human rights advocates. But what's really striking is how Thaksin's remarks have highlighted a deeper issue: the pervasive presence of anti-blackness in our global culture. As one observer noted, this controversy shows just how Black women live rent-free in everybody's heads. Now today we'll take a look into this controversy and explore its implications for our understanding of articism, culture, and power. So with that said, let's take a look at the videos, and when I get back, I share my 2 cents on this.
Is the former Thai Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra is facing backlash over remarks made during an election campaign in Chiang Rai, where he controversially compared African women's features to Thai women, suggesting the former earned substantial incomes despite bad features. The comments, deemed by many, sparked widespread condemnation, including from Senator Angkana Nila Phaichit, who urged Thaksin to apologize for violating human rights principles. The controversy has not only tarnished Thaksin's reputation, but also risks undermining the electoral prospects of the Pheu Thai-backed candidate he supported. Now, the incident reignites scrutiny of Thaksin's lingering influence in Thai politics.
So in today's chapter of Black women live rent-free in everybody's heads, y'all, we done got pulled into some mess way over in Thailand that ain't got nothing to do with us. So apparently, a prime minister, somebody over there in Thailand, said that he wished more Thai women would enter beauty pageants because they are prettier than Black women and they don't need cosmetic surgery. And because our noses are flat, we can't breathe. Flat well. Then somebody checked him, was like, yo, hey partner, we don't do that over here. We don't do that. Nah, apologize, because we don't need this about to come this way, about to say it. So this man gets his daughter to apologize, y'all. And then his daughter says, what my daddy said was that Thai women were beautiful. Now, what it really said was that Black women be winning.
So please ignore my repeat outfit. I am still expanding my new wardrobe. So this response is not really to the video itself. She was talking about how some politician in Thailand, randomly threw shade at Black women, because he basically said if Thai women should join more beauty pageants because they're more beautiful than Black women, because Black women have flat noses. So that was the gist of it. And she was rightfully so, pointing out how ridiculous that is and how, people tend to unnecessarily about Black women in particular. I'm more so responding though to the comments, and you probably know where this is going because we're talking about Thailand. The comments randomly bringing up ladyboys unprompted as like an insult to Thailand. And this is why I have trust issues with Black people and Black creators sometimes, cishet Black people in particular, because instead of coming up with a more clever response, instead of coming up with a better comeback, which there's a million, some Black people will stoop to going to bigotry themselves in order to get back at someone for being racist. And I noticed that pattern, and it's so incredibly hypocritical, but also annoying. The fact that Thailand is a lot more open-minded and a lot more accepting of gender diverse people shouldn't be seen as an insult. And it just kind of shows that if Black people didn't have race holding us back, a lot of us would just be as bad as like white supremacist conservatives. And the gag of it all is the same exact system that shames the existence of something like ladyboys. It's the same exact system that devalues Black women because it pits Black women as being too masculine for white femininity standards, and the gender binary that makes you transphobic also hurts Black women disproportionately when it comes to beauty standards in particular. But for some black people, particularly cishet black people, they just don't seem to make that connection. And this is why when people say, you would say shit on TikTok like, oh, y'all would be less disappointed with people's social political points of view if you just followed more black women. I immediately was like, actually, that's pretty incorrect for a lot of us, considering the fact that, particularly with cishet black women, the amount of time where I got comfortable and, indulging in their content and felt safe, because there is a level to which I do feel more safe with black women than I do black men, and women than men in general, right? The amount of times I got comfortable, but then she turned out to be a homophobe, or she turned out to be transphobic in some way. It's too much to count. Honestly, it is a lot more common than you think it is. So no, I can't just feel comfortable just following black women, because I'm sorry, but some cishet black women in particular have shown that they're just as capable of being homophobic and transphobic. And this video is a very good example of that exact situation that some queer black people be talking about. Like, she was in the comments agreeing with the people that somehow just mentioning they have ladyboys is some type of insult, And the crazy thing is, there's so many other things they could have pointed out instead of just going to below the belt insults about ladyboys, including the fact that, hello, Thai people have very similar features to us. There's a lot of Thai people who have my exact nose. There's a lot of Thai people who have quote unquote flat noses. And it's really obvious that the guy who said all that was literally just projecting his own self-hatred onto black people who tend to have similar features and also similar skin tones to Thai people. But of course, no, we're not going to be clever enough to point that out. Instead, we're going to go to punching down on another group of marginalized people instead of pointing out the very obvious connection between him being a self-hating Thai man and projecting that self-hate onto what he sees as an easier target, which is black women. You could also point out the fact that Thailand and a lot of Southeast Asian countries are basically treated like the black people of Asia, and how they're looked down on, how East Asians look down on them all the time. But, I guess it's just easier to do what they did, which is punch down on easy targets. The hypocrisy. It's the hypocrisy for me.
Now, Pure Thai's de facto leader Thaksin Shinawatra has come under fire over R-to-the-cis remarks he allegedly made during a campaign rally in Chiang Rai, with the senator calling on him to give a public apology for the insensitive comments. Now, during this rally, which was organized to help garner support for a Pure Thai candidate running in the Chiang Rai Provincial Administration Organization elections, Thaksin delivered a speech to encourage more Thais to find opportunities in the entertainment industry. However, he made disparaging comments about models from Africa in his speech, which were widely seen as R-to-the-cis. Now, this is what he said. African people who have black skin and flat noses that make it difficult to breathe are hired for millions of baht to be models. Thai people look much better. There's no need for our people to get nose, jaw, or breast augmentation. Now, I don't know who told this prime minister to say we have difficulties to breathe and our noses are flat. Are they? I don't know, but this is not... I just don't know where he's getting this from. Now, he continued saying it's time to encourage more Thais, including those from ethnic groups like the Karen, who possess natural beauty, to become international models. He said. Now, Senator Angakana on Monday demanded that Thaksin publicly apologize for the comments. Such remarks violate the constitution and the norms of various international organizations, which Thailand is a party to, she said. Discrimination against an individual based on their skin color is a big problem. I want Thaksin to apologize for his remarks, she said. Now, Ms. Angakana, a former member of the National Human Rights Commission, also urged the Prime Minister's daughter to take the matter seriously. I hope the Prime Minister will not ignore the issue and let it pass. It should not be allowed to happen again, especially since Thailand has applied to join the United Nations Human Rights Council and made several pledges on human rights and fighting discrimination, she said. Now, despite the controversy, Pure Thai candidates are still keen to have Thaksin help from canvas for votes ahead of the PAO elections. A former Pheu Thai MP for Nong Khai said that Thaksin will visit the northeastern province on January 19 to help a PAO election chief candidate campaign for votes. Now, Thaksin will also tour provinces in the northeast that the party had lost to Bomjatai in recent years, the sources said. Honestly, the comments made by Thaksin Shinawatra are a reminder of the deeply ingrained racism and anti-blackness that persists in our global society. Like his statement, which denigrates African people's physical appearance and perpetuates harmful stereotypes, is not only offensive, but also revelatory of his own biases and prejudices. It's really appalling that someone in a position of power and influence would feel comfortable making such derogatory remarks. His comparison of African and Thai physical features is not only racist, but also ignorant, as it erases the diversity and individuality within both African and Thai cultures. Moreover, his comment about African models being hired for millions of baht is a blunted display of racism and misogyny. It's a dehumanizing reduction of Black women to our physical appearance, implying that we are only valued for our looks rather than our talents, skills, or humanity. The fact that Thaksin's comments have sparked widespread condemnation is a testament to the growing awareness and intolerance of racism and anti-blackness. However, it's also another reminder that we still have a long way to go in dismantling the systemic and institutionalized racism that perpetuates such attitudes. To be honest, I'm not even surprised that the daughter is supporting the father because, it's the father. And obviously, this is what the father has been teaching. It can clearly be seen because for the daughter not to see anything wrong with the father's comments, then this should tell us something. This is the way they are. They just are to the cyst and they see it as normal. Because just how can the daughter see this as normal or nothing wrong in it? She even clarified on Tuesday that her father, former PM Thaksin Shinawatra, had made no comments insulting African women as alleged by the senator. Now, speaking to reporters after the weekly cabinet meeting, she said that her father did not intentionally make any racist remarks about African women and she did not feel the need to warn him as suggested by Senator Ankana. Now, she also said she had already explained the intention behind Thaksin's comments to the senator. On Monday, the senator demanded that Thaksin apologize for allegedly making racist remarks about African women at a Pheu Thai party rallying in Shanghai. And I've already read the comment he made, but I just want to highlight the part I didn't read out. After saying that African people are black and our noses are short and low, yet they are hired as fashion models, they earn millions of baht for a fashion show. He also said that teenage girls here are prettier. They need no cosmetic surgery on their noses or chins. From now on, we'll select our women Thai Hill tribe or Karen, who are naturally beautiful and don't need plastic surgery to become global fashion icons. Now, in defense of her father, she said that critics should listen to his entire comment carefully and they'll realize that he was not being racist. Guys, I've read the comment, all of it, and I want you to judge. Now, this is what she's saying. I'm 100% confident that he had no intention of making an racist comment. Dad has always said that Thai women don't need plastic surgery as we have our own unique style of beauty. She said. She further explained that Thaksin intended to suggest that Thai women need not waste money on cosmetic surgery to be eligible for beauty contest. This was his intention. You must listen to the entire original clip. I'm confident that Dad was never looked down on African women. He does not normally look down on other people. She said, well, he did this time. And I don't know if it's just this time or he's been doing this, but he did. And we are going to call this what it is. He was being racist. I don't know if he's racist, but his comments was racist. How can black people or African people just be living in everybody's heads rent-free? I don't know what you guys think, but there were a lot of comments on this video, and I'm not going to read them out because they are so sensitive. But if you're interested to see some interesting comments, then you can just check out this clip on TikTok and check it out. So we have finally come to the end of the video, but I still need you to share your thoughts on what you think about this video in the comment section down below, and what the daughter is now saying to say that we need to realize that their dad was not being racist. Is this true? Was he not being racist? Share your thoughts in the comments.